What's up guys, it's me, Givaz here with another video. And well, I came out of the woodwork to make this video because of, all the stuff that's been going on. So last week, if you don't know, Charlie Kirk, big conservative influencer and political guy, he died. He got shot and it was pretty brutal. The video was pretty brutal. Everything around this is pretty brutal, and it's a tragedy, definitely a tragedy. And I guess I want to give my 2 cents on it. I know there's a bunch of people that already gave their 2 cents, probably a lot better than me. So I've been kind of laid back on YouTube lately because, one, I have a lot going on. I have work full time, I got a wife, I'm a leader, like a youth leader in my church, and I'm doing seminary, so time to do YouTube is very limited. One thing I was never honest about why I kind of stopped doing YouTube was genuinely, if I tried like really hard, I could have done at least like 2 videos a month. The reason why I kind of stopped and laid back on it was because some people close to me told me, like, you know what, I think it's not a good idea with the type of videos that you do. And it's people that I respect, and I kind of reflected on it, watched a couple of my videos, and I was like, you know what, it is kind of true. I'm focusing too much on controversy that gets me numbers, because a lot of the videos that I do that got numbers are pretty controversial. And it's not like I don't agree with them. I do agree with everything I say. It's just that maybe instead of focusing on the original intent of this YouTube channel is to make videos for a younger audience, for more youth, with a funny vibe to it, while preaching and teaching theology, what I did was I went into more, hey, what is going to give me more clicks? What is going to give me more views? And I stopped doing it. But after what happened with Charlie Kirk, I looked back and I was like, you know what? I need to come back to YouTube, but not do a bunch of controversial stuff and just focus on controversy. Regardless, the gospel is controversial to the world. So whatever video I do on Jesus, it's going to be controversial to the world. But you know what I need to do, and we as Christians need to do, is to keep on preaching the gospel. Charlie was not ashamed of the gospel, and neither am I. I am a staunch believer of apologetics. I'm a staunch believer of YouTube and how people can use their platform to preach the word and teach theology. I am not the greatest or some theologian or some doctorate, bachelor, and MDiv. I'm not. I'm working towards it day by day. And eventually I will become, get my degree and have more authority and know what I'm talking about a lot more. I'm coming back, but I'm coming back with a different edge. I'm going to be unashamed. I'm not going to try to do controversy after controversy. I'm going to go and start just teaching theology, basic stuff, not go in depth about super infralapsarian and superlapsarian. Like, I'm not going to do that. Honestly, I don't feel qualified for that yet. And as a youth, like, genuinely, if you're in your high school to maybe early young adult years, you probably don't care about that. So I want to focus on videos that are more about Christianity, theology 100%, but definitely something more palatable, something that the youth can actually grasp and acknowledge and understand, and keep that legacy forward of what Charlie Kirk did about preaching Christ, regardless of his political views. I didn't agree 100% with the dude. I didn't know him personally, but what I do know is that he preached Christ and Christ crucified, and that's what I want to do. That is the most important thing, the Great Commission in Matthew 28. That's what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this channel going. I'm going to come back stronger. I might not upload every week, but I'm coming back, and I'm going to come back with more fervor, with more of a zeal, and with more of an understanding to what I'm going to be talking about towards what this channel's for. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about. And it's a tragedy. What happened with Charlie was a tragedy. Nobody should be killed. Nobody should be killed for what they believe, regardless of left or right. Point to Christ. It's all about him. It's not about me. It's about Jesus Christ. As a Christian, my response to this is that, hey, persecution's real. It happens in a bunch of countries. I wouldn't imagine it would be coming here. And it's probably not going to happen more and more. It's a rarity, but it does happen. And what we got to do is just pray. Pray for our enemies, for the people that made fun of Charlie and his death. Pray for them. You know, of course, it gets me angry, but you know what? I look back to the Bible. I look back to what Jesus said, to pray for our enemies. This is the perfect way, the perfect time for us Christians to come out and show our true colors. And that is to pray for our enemies. Pray for them so that they may know the truth of Jesus Christ, that they may repent of their sins. I have to have a heart for those people, regardless of how much I hated what they did. I have to pray for them. I have to be more like Christ. And this video is probably a little longer than I thought, but that's what I wanted to say about this whole situation, and that this just gave me a fire to do this more. So, hope you enjoy. Please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, subscribe. And as always say at the end of my videos, God bless, and see you later.